My name is Thenjiwe Niki Nkosi, and I'm an artist. I work in video and painting and in performance, and I'm interested in art as social interactions. The best piece of advice that I got: to keep some of your favorite work and keep them around, as just a reminder of what you're trying to do with your work and life and what makes you happy. So my studio is in the attic of friend's mom's place, and so it's in an attic. It's an old architect's studio in Orchards in Johannesburg. In the last couple of years I've had a lot of different studio spaces, and so far this one has been the most me. Just having the trees and sort of more tranquility. Painting is pretty meditative, and even my video work is quite meditative, so this space really is conducive to that. I really think that anybody can be an artist. If you'd like to call yourself an artist, call yourself an artist if that's important to you. I mean, I struggled with the term for some time, but now it's just shorthand to explain that space that I occupy and to tell people what I do all day long. I mean, I think inspiration is everywhere, all the time, and I think we live in an era where distraction has become the norm, and I think it's very hard for people to self-generate, to create space inside yourself for your own thoughts and your own ideas. I grew up in the 80s in New York City. I mean, there was so much graffiti on the trains. People were making things in public, and I think that must have impacted me. Looking at your own history and re-examining it and reconsidering how you tell the story about yourself, and that's possible. Maybe that could be a process, a sort of self-examination as a way of getting to a larger examination of our society. For me, the architecture is about, it's a metaphor for ideology, and it's a metaphor for structures, for larger, sort of institutional structures, financial structures, economic structures. We can look at these buildings and say, they're still here. So what part of our past, of that brutal past, still affects us today? So that's what I kind of want, anyone who consumes my work, looks at my work, to think about, what remains with us, what hasn't changed since apartheid fell. Art for me is quite simply a space and an opportunity to experiment, to collaborate, to think, and to make things or relationships. It really is something as abstract as an opportunity. I can't say that I know what the future of South African art is going to look like or feel like, or the circumstances that we're going to have to navigate, but I think the future has to be collaborative. I think the future has to be supportive. I think the future has to be non-competitive. And I think the most important thing is for us to realize our personal and communal power as artists.